Jake signed that I sent to him. He didn't get it till the end of May. I didn't send it to him till the 15th of May out of jail. You got a mail receipts to prove when I sent the mail out. It's in my diary. Found out Jake was stealing from me in February, so I set him up. Jake has to be held accountable for everything he's done in that store since January 2008. My tax papers gonna prove it. Jake been making money out that store illegally, and I got videotapes to prove it. People testifying or giving their own versions. Mr. Lippy refused to prosecute Jake, but he didn't hesitate to prosecute me. Charged me with all these charges for property that belonged to me. You know what I'm saying? Pit beef, Shorty's pit beef and catering is Shorty's. It's mine. I got sole proprietorship. Jake ain't got no part of that. And when Mr. Lippy and Mr. Schellenberger found out that I was in jail, and I was in jail from December until June, they should have fined Jake for running the store illegally anyway. He didn't have no licenses and no permits. Health department should have closed him down. That's my license. That's my permit. That's me. He ain't never been Shorty's. I let Jake go in November 2007. And Jake wasn't supposed to be at the store. Jake went in there and took and seized an opportunity. Alright? So Lippy wrote me and told me that they ain't gonna prosecute. That was in March. I've been writing this since January. I got statements, affidavit, got statements and everything, mail receipts to prove everything. Schellenberger and Lippy ain't do his job because Lippy won't send me the information that he did as far as his investigation. I'm the victim, so he's supposed to send me that information. So they told me to sue Jake and Jim, so what I did is I filed the papers. And it talks about the forged checks. Knowingly you did it, you need to pay me my money. But Jake and Jim won't answer my mail receipts. I kept the mail receipts right down there, Jake Davis, and you refuse to answer. There go the checks that you forged. I was in jail. It's against the law. You don't have nothing to do with me, and I had nothing to do with you. So the state of Maryland don't prosecute Jake and Jim for check card fraud, embezzlement, and all that income tax evasion and all those things that you're supposed to, and you keep bothering me. Because right there said that Jim wrote Jake at least February. So any checks that Jake wrote, they null and void, because Jake and Jim should have been doing that. They should have had their license, their permits. You can't produce an eviction notice. And there's a process that you do when you're supposed to evict somebody. You had no just cause to evict me. And if you evict me, you shouldn't have been collecting and cashing my checks. So that Verizon phone number's in my name. And when you do catered events and catered parties, you're supposed to make the money out the Shorties. You book parties on the Shorties, man. You only turned in $6,000. You book parties on the Shorties. Those are the parties. You wrote the checks out to Jake Davis instead of Shorties. That's embezzlement. Income tax evasion. That's theft. You, Duran, whoever else was up there. Everybody was at that store is accountable. Like I said, they said sue you, so that's what I'm going to do to you. These are the people's names and the dates of the parties. And Schellenberger and Lippy, they didn't investigate these people. They didn't ask these people. So I got some of them on film. And I got everything on film. So they said sue you, that's what I'm going to do to you. I ain't got a problem filing papers, cuz. And I'm going to fill it right in district court. And I'm going to ask for Schellenberger's job, because he's not doing his job. He don't need to just, he didn't have a problem sending that guy to jail about 2 years ago for them checks. I got it on video. Well, why ain't going to send my son and James Hammond to jail? James Hammond and Jake Davis ain't got nothing to do with Shorty's enterprise. I'm incorporated, sole proprietorship, cuz, and they stole from me. And that ain't the first time Schellenberger let somebody steal from me. It's the second time. That's the first time, right there. You nully processed the case and you refused to charge him because it was a white man stealing from a black man. $2,500 cash. And you didn't do nothing to investigate that. And you got to pull them papers up because I did what I was supposed to do. That's Schellenberg. You seen the box Schellenberger sent back. Alright? Got DVDs, everything. I was making a movie, a documentary about racism in the judicial system. And Schellenberger, you fit right in. You know what I'm saying? You're no different than Nafong. You're no different than Mr. Waller. All of y'all got a hidden agenda, and it's denying the underclass their rights. And this scientific experiment proved it. I did everything I was supposed to do legally within the ramifications of the law and the Constitution. And you violated my rights every step of the way. Jake Davis can't run shorties no more. He been running shorties and you gave him power of attorney. You respected the power of attorney. That means all the money Jake been making since he accepted the power of attorney, he got to turn it over to the state of Maryland and the federal government. And you got to close that store down the street. It's the law, man. You tried to shut me down. You put me out and locked me up. So I'm going to use your laws and your justice system to take care of you. You permitted him to file a false police report and you knew it, Schellenberger. So you need to lose your job. You violated your oath of office. That property's mine. I had the lease. You can't show an eviction notice. Contact Sheriff Fisher. He knows me. Everybody knows that's my property. But you didn't have a problem letting him steal my property. I got a lot of money down there invested in that place. So you need to take care of that.